Let's see. Actually, thank you. I'm going to record myself. So hold on a second. Make sure he's pinned. And I'm going to record and we'll get started. Please do let me know in the chat that you'd like to ask a question of Chase, okay? Okay. Let's see what we got here. First question looks to be from Emily Oman, Daily Cal.
Hi, Chase. Thank you so much for taking the time. So I think most of us just found out about the first positive case, obviously a bit of a bombshell for you guys as well, I'm sure. I'm just curious what your initial reaction to the news was.
Yeah, I guess it was a little bit shocking at first, but we still practiced today. The team morale right when we came out to practice was high, and
you might have to repeat the last part, Chase. So you kind of cut out there a little bit.
What part did I cut out at?
Only you know. Maybe just repeat your answer if you could.
Yeah, so at first, shocked, obviously. But, Wilcox informed us right before our meetings, and then we went out to practice, and, team morale was still high, game plan still intact, and, I think Wilcox told you guys, but, if we can't play on Saturday, we'll be ready, and we're looking forward to it.
Just a quick follow-up. If you do play this weekend, fingers crossed, of course, what will your main focus be for you or your offense?
Yeah, ultimately to win the game. I think that's a pretty obvious one, but, we want to come out strong. Obviously, we haven't played, football against somebody else in a while. So coming out strong, put a lot of points up on the board. Obviously, we kind of lacked in that area as an offense. I think we only averaged like 21 or 28 a game these past 2 years. So, finishing in the red zone and, ultimately coming out with the win, starting the season 1-0, starting off the pack.
I think you cut off right at Pac-12 again.
Yeah, so we want to start out the season 1-0, 1-0 in the Pac-12 North, and, kind of build on that into the week after.
Thank you so much.
Sorry about that. Thank you.
Okay, I've got a little list going here, so we'll go ahead and go with Janie McCauley from Associated Press next. Janie, your mute might be on.
Unmuted, sorry. Thank you.
Okay.
Chase, what were you guys able to accomplish today specifically? Justin said some team drills weren't doable with the limited number of players sidelined, or with the limited number of players and so many sidelined. Do you feel like you got enough? You're only a few days out from the season opener potentially. How difficult was that to not get that work?
Actually, we got a lot of accomplished today. I think, we had some pretty effective periods. Half the game plan you got to mentally lock in. So I think we did a good job. We had yesterday off due to the election. So I think, as a group and as a team, we did a great job mentally locking in, watching film, looking at our scouting reports. And today was just fine tuning things. A couple of days out from a game, you're kind of perfecting, what you want to perfect and kind of taking out all the quirks that you don't necessarily, want to run. So I think we did a great job with that.
Okay, Janie, any follow-ups? We'll move on to Jake Curtis. Go ahead and unmute there, Jake. There you go.
So how do you feel like you're ready? High expectations this season. First time since you've been here, the expectations have been this high. Team ready to handle that kind of pressure, you think?
Yeah, I think our team's ready. Obviously we don't really pay attention to the outside noise. We know who we are offensively, defensively, on special teams. We know what we can accomplish as a team. And we just got to take it week by week, day by day, and ultimately, put our best foot forward.
Thanks.
Okay, we'll move on to Trace Travers from Rivals.
Again, it feels odd to ask a football question now, but what have you seen from the Washington defense from year to year? You played them early in the year last year, and now you have the rest of their film, but obviously it's a different kind of situation now.
Yeah, I mean, obviously with Washington, they're going to be well coached. You know, they always bring in good players on the recruiting trail, so you know they're very talented on all aspects on both sides of the ball. But you know, they're very similar to what we do with Cal defensively. Kind of came from the same coaching tree. Um, so what we see in practice every day is, you know, we're planning on seeing on Saturday. We broke down film from last year, so we know, you know, what players are returning this year and, you know, who we got personnel wise. But ultimately, you know, we like our game plan, and you know, just hope we can go out there on Saturday and execute it.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll move on to Jake Curtis from SI.
I don't have another question, Kyle.
Okay. Rusty Simmons from the Chronicle.
Chase, I was going to ask you about, I know you, you know, a bunch of players around the country. How much are you guys talking about the COVID situation, coronavirus situation, and anything that you can bring back home?
I think, you know, talking with players across the country is a little bit different this year just because, you know, we've had, you know, little time to prepare for our own season. So a lot of us have kind of been locked in on our own team. But, you know, reaching out to a couple guys, you know, conferences who are about midway through the season right now and just what they've experienced as a team and just kind of, you know, taking some input there on, you know, how to stay safe as players and to ultimately keep the team safe.
And anything you talk to your brother about, I'm sure that football is off limits this week as you speak with him or text with him. Anything you talk to him about?
Actually, we've had no contact. We've gone dark since about, I want to say last week on Friday. It's been zero contact. We had our last words, and we'll see each other on Saturday.
Fair enough. Thanks, Chase.
Okay. Anybody else have a final question for Chase? All right, Chase, we'll let you go. Thanks a lot, man. Really appreciate it.